evening stream here. Just wait for some people to get up in here. Should I think? Maybe I should. Should I put this up on the angle? Doing it through iPhone again. So let's get this. Alright, see how well that works. Let's wait for some people to get up in here. It's around 5:30. It's a little evening stream. I'm gonna stream for a little bit before I pick up Steven. Probably do like an hour or so stream maybe. Read some more short stories and creations and whatnot. Carito is first. What's going on? Oh, it's Queen. Queen's here. Oh God, what the fuck does Jeffy want now? What does that little bastard want this time? I'm not doing anything. Hey, CJ, what's up? What's good, everybody? Just chilling up in here. Just chilling. I haven't done a fucking goddamn thing today. All I did was just go on my long walk, and that was it. And then I wanted to do a little streaming here. I barely have done anything today, which I like. Did 2 16-hour shifts back to back. Waking up at like 5:30 in the morning back to back. I was exhausted, and then got home and went to sleep, and I slept until like 11, almost 11 today. I woke up and Steven was gone. I'm like, oh, he must have got a lift or something. Then he texted me, hey babe, I got a lift. I'm just like, oh, okay. I didn't want to disturb your sleep, which is sweet. I'm like, thank you. So, which was sweet and all, but I'm like, oh, I felt bad I missed him. But I must have been fucking out of it, people. I must have been out of it. What I'd look like with a beard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I never really thought of growing a beard out. I don't know. I prefer to be clean shaven. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, some people don't look bad with beards, you know. Some people look good. I mean, it just depends, you know. I mean, I don't know. I just prefer to be clean shaven. I don't know. I just want to be... I don't know. I just think it's just a better look. I mean, obviously, I don't mind if anyone wants to grow a beard out. Obviously, that's totally your prerogative and whatnot. But I don't know. I just don't like the look on me per se. It's not really a preference for me, like one way or the other. It's just as far as like how other people look, you know, it's a little different. What's up, Gage? It's a little different for me, but I mean, some people look pretty good with like some hair on their face, some hair and whatnot. So yeah, I often get compliments from people who say, you know, I look like a lumberjack. It ain't wrong, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, look fine with it. I mean, I don't really mind either way. It's not even the look itself. It's the personality of the person. If the person is a good person, I gotta get something. I gotta set this thing up or something. But what I was trying to say is that it depends on the personality. It depends on the personality of the person. If the person is a good person and they want to look that way, that's totally like their thing. Sorry, I don't keep moving this fucking thing around. There we go. Alright, I think that's good for now. No, I haven't heard of that Joshua person. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into that. I've been busy with a lot of stuff. Today I finally got a fucking day off. And it's actually funny because I got a group text from work, and then I got like fucking 5-6 messages. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was someone who like knew me. I thought it was like one of my good friends who like knew me or something. And I look, and then there's people saying, I need coverage at work. I need to go do this or that. And I felt bad, and I'm just like, I ain't fucking answering this shit, because it's like I already worked. I worked 32 hours in a row this weekend. Like, I'm fucking exhausted. Not to mention I had to work. Not to mention the fact that I had to work, that I also had to fill in for a few hours during the week too. So it was exhausting. I'm just like, no, I ain't doing it. And then it was like, she had like heart issues. This one coworker of ours said she was having like heart issues, and I'm like, shit. And like, I wanted to fill in and whatnot, but I'm just like, I can't. I'm too fucking tired. I don't want to do anything. Like, it's like my first day off. Like, I feel like I'm not trying to say this for self-aggrandizing reasons, but I just feel like Monday is my day of just not doing anything. And like, I tell everybody, like, don't bother me on Mondays. Monday is my day of doing nothing. There is no human interaction with me physically, with people, well, except for Steven, because he lives with me and he's my babe, but you know. So it's just like, no, I can't really do this. I'm tired. I can't. I need my day of relaxation right now. So I felt bad for her, and it's just like she had heart issues. I'm like thinking, well, if you had heart issues, why were you at work in the first place? I know that sounds like a real dick thing to say, and I don't mean to sound like that because that's not who I am. Like, Annika Spirit. That's it. That's who I am, and it is what it is. So, I mean, I felt bad. So, but, I mean, you know, someone covered for her. I hope she gets better. I wish her the best and whatnot. I do. I don't mean to sound like a heartless bastard over it. Jeffy and Kaya would be tortured to babysit. Yeah, are you fucking serious? I actually work with families and kids for a living. So, I mean, most of them are good kids, good families that are just come from, like, rough backgrounds. So I feel for them. Well, that's good, Gage. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Jinx, would I hire her? Probably not. I don't know. Jinx, I don't know. Internet preacher by the name of Joshua Furstein. I have not heard of that person. He's a guy who completely misunderstands evolution, that when LGBT gets legalized in all 50 states, he thinks it's the beginning of the Christian Holocaust. Yeah. There's a lot of people think like that who are just really fucking backward. I mean, it's just some of you guys' states that you guys live in, like, I don't know how you guys do it. They're, like, so fucking backward. Like, I don't understand. Some of these states that you guys live in, or even some countries, I don't know how many of you guys are from other countries. Well, I know Queen is from Canada, which Canada is, like, 50 years ahead of the U.S. on LGBT rights. I mean, just some of these states are just so fucking backward. I don't know how you guys live. I don't know how you guys can live there. You know, people want to diss on Massachusetts, but, like, you can live, actually, and it's not, I mean, it's like, is it expensive? Yeah, but you can at least get by if you look in the right places and you stay outside of the major cities and whatnot. So, I mean, it's just like, and plus, there's LGBT protections, some of the best universities in the country, even the world. I mean, Harvard and MIT. I mean, it's just like people say, yeah, I mean, you got, I mean, like, oh, like California, Florida. It's just like, we got all this great stuff. It's like, you guys, we got all the fucking same shit that you got. We've got, well, water country. I'd say water country, but water country it's in New Hampshire. I mean, it might be a little further away, but at least I can, I mean, I can fucking drive. I mean, it's probably like 20 miles away from where I live, but I'd rather drive 35 minutes to get there and actually not. I mean, if I lived in Florida and New York, I'd be taking several fucking public transportations to get there. I'd be like Rocco in the episode of Commuted Sentence trying to get there. So, I mean, some of them, like California, I don't know how the fuck people live there. I don't know how the fuck people can live there. Water bills in Nevada are obscene. Yeah, I've heard that too. My aunt lives in Nevada. My aunt on my mom's side lives in Nevada with her husband, with my other uncle. And yeah, they say it's actually not as expensive as California, but it's pretty up there. It's probably about on par with Massachusetts. I don't know. I mean, Mass is pretty full. It varies. There's some parts of Mass that are actually pretty cheap. Where I live it's I mean, we've got low property taxes. So I think that's why it's a little more affordable. The further north you go or the further out west you go, it's actually not that bad. But like the Boston area, I would never live there. No, absolutely not. I'm drinking too much. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot. I've been having a couple drinks now. I've been having a couple drinks because I haven't been driving as much because I'm actually getting a new car soon because my fucking Subaru shit the bed last week and I had to get it towed and my dad had to come down and my grandfather. It was a really stressful and whatnot, but I'm doing better now. I have wheels. My grandfather has two Jeeps. He let me borrow one of them, which was super nice of him. I was like crying that day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. Luckily, I wasn't broken down like far away. I was only a few towns over from where I live. Thank God I wasn't like fucking far away because sometimes I've traveled like far away. Like I like to travel, people. Like I love fucking traveling, exploring. Like I love the woods and whatnot. There's a lot of wooded areas in Mass. I mean, outside of the cities and the suburbs, there's like fucking half of Mass outside of the cities is like fucking woods mostly. So I love to go in the woods. I love to explore. I love walking trails. It's actually where I was earlier. And I'm like, thank God I didn't fucking break down like 20 miles away. Luckily, I was only a couple towns over. Luckily, my dad was able to get to me. I have a AAA card actually, so was able to get it towed, and our mechanic, my parents' family mechanic, had to look at the car, and they looked at it. And they're just like, there's just too much shit wrong with it. It's not even worth fixing. And the car is old. I mean, my Subaru was like from 2003. I think like November of 2003. It's just too fucking old. It was too old, not even worth fixing. I'm going to be getting a new car this week, but at least I have wheels for the time being. So things are good. Things are getting better for me. And, my grandfather gave me the car and obviously just says, just stay local. Don't go like out of state too far. I'm like, oh, that's reasonable. I'm like, of course, I'll do whatever. I just need a car to get to and from work, bring Steven to work and so on. Sorry I missed you guys' questions. I was like rambling. Did you guys like my Fairly Odd Parents story? Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Kaz, the War Fox channel, that Raven got roasted. I saw it on Kaz War Fox channel, the Raven got roasted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, Raven is, I don't know. She's just, I don't know. She comments sometimes. I just let her. It's just like, whatever. You can say whatever. I don't mind. But yeah, people, thank God I was fucking like in town when I broke down and I wasn't like fucking like 20, 30 miles away, or thank God I wasn't like in New Hampshire or something, because there's actually a beautiful, beautiful walking trail. If any of you guys live in the New England area, I definitely recommend Weeks Woods up, but it's a fucking long fucking car right away, but it is worth it. Like Weeks Woods is so beautiful. I've been there with a couple of my friends. One of my good friends who lives around this area. I've taken him up there. I've taken two of my friends that live up in New Hampshire. I've been up there before. It's beautiful up there. Like, but thank God I wasn't up there that day. Thank God I wasn't like a fucking 100 miles away. Weeks Woods is probably like, it's like fucking 100 miles away. And I'm not even joking. It's like 100 miles away. Thank God I didn't break down like up there or something. Broke down up there, I would have been fucked. Like, I would have been so fucked. Just, thank God. Probably call that story. Lost episode stories with a few cliches sometimes work depending on how well it goes. Yeah. So I got some stories I'm going to read. Been doing some more creative writing while I was at work, because obviously at work, to kill the time sometimes. It's cool. What's my opinion on The Simpsons? I never really got into The Simpsons that much. It's alright. I mean, it's alright. I think that show has jumped the shark years ago. I don't know. I haven't watched The Simpsons in ages. I'm back. Sorry, my phone was backing up. I had to restart. I'm afraid. Oh, that's alright. Missed some of your replies. Nah, you didn't really miss much of anything. I was just going back and forth. Well, you said that thing about the LGBT thing and whatever, and that guy and whatnot. And I'm just like, yeah, a lot of these states that these people are from are just so fucking backward. And they are. And, I feel bad for some people who live there. I love writing stories. I don't do that as much anymore. Yeah, I get you. Kaz Warfox is sure a tough guy. Hey, yeah, Kaz is a good guy. He's a badass, but he's a good friend. He's a good guy. Raven Queen called Gage and Kaz the N-word. That's just nasty. Did she say it with the G-A or the E-R? Did she say the really fucked up version of it, or did she say G-A? I don't even know. But either way, I mean, she shouldn't have said that. Like, she really shouldn't have said that. Like, that's not fucking cool. She did say that. That's not really cool. And I know Gage and Kaz are white, or at least I think Kaz is white. I'm not sure. But either way, it's like, come on, guys. Can we not? Like, that's not cool. The GR, oh, that's fucked up. It's like, if you're saying that word with no joke or no, humor to it, that's not fucking cool. Yeah, I honestly wonder what Raven went through her youth to turn into what she is now. I don't know. Some people are just really fucked up. A lot of people I don't even message. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I don't even like. Sorry if I sound mellow tone. I'm just fucking tired. I'm just really tired from work yesterday. Even though I slept till like 11 o'clock today, I'm still recuperating. So sorry if I'm like a little bit off or if I sound like really mellow tone. What's up? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just still kind of tired from yesterday, but I'm doing pretty good. What do you think of my video on Drew Pickles explaining his reason why he declined starring a man in 1988? Thought that was pretty fun. Yeah, your Drew Pickles stories are pretty funny. He's also a diehard Trump fan, although it's very debatable if Trump does support LGBT or he's just doing it to gain love and support. Yeah, I think he's just doing it to gain love and support. Because Trump is a fucking piece of shit, so. In my opinion, the N-word shouldn't be said at all, as it's racist to African Americans. I know better not to use it. Yeah, I mean, people shouldn't be fucking saying it. Unless you're saying like a joke, or you're making a joke or something, and I make jokes all the time. I make dark jokes, race jokes. But if you're just saying it with no joke or anything like that, it's not fucking cool. Like, other than that, I wouldn't do it. I'm not trying to sound like an SJW saying, we shouldn't use this word, this word, this word, this word, that word. I'm just saying it's like not really that cool. Like, come on, people. There's certain histories behind those words, It's not, they're not cool. Sometimes, I make fucking race jokes, dark jokes all the time. But yeah. Jeffy's in a long time out. Unprivate all his videos. What is it? Are you? He privates his videos, then unprivates them, and goes back and forth. This ain't the first fucking time he's done that. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about him, really. He's just fucking lame. He's just a fucking lame ass. I don't even want to get into him. Problem about race these days, I hate seeing like BLM complaining in the news and shit. Yeah, I don't care for them either, really. I don't care for them either. It's like, yeah, like I was saying, like, a lot of people want to fucking diss on Massachusetts, but it's like, we've got all the same shit that just about everyone else has. Maybe the only difference is I have like a love-hate relationship with this state. Like, I love it. I love a lot of things about it. Obviously, the LGBT protections and a lot of great things to see, but obviously the things I fucking hate about it is the traffic here is ridiculous at times, especially during like, once 3 o'clock hits, 3 to 6 o'clock in Mass, it is fucking bumper to bumper fucking hour. I ain't dealing with it. And obviously it's kind of expensive, but if you look in the right places, you can get by. It's just, but people like, who live in like fucking California or Mass, or like not Mass. If you live in like California or like Washington State or Oregon, I don't know how I don't know how people can fucking live there. It's so expensive. You can't live in those places unless you're like a fucking millionaire. Have I heard of Airdrie? Yeah, I've heard of him. He's a fucking idiot. He's made videos on me before, which I obviously don't care. It's like, wow, what a way you're just making me more popular, motherfucker. Congratulations. It's obvious he's a fucking Creed fan, which I don't care, but he's just another fucking idiot just looking for attention. Hasn't made any videos about me in a while. Maybe he fucking realized I don't care. People can say what they want about me. I don't fucking care. I stopped caring a long time ago. I recently tried looking for some Fairly Odd Parents creepypastas. Yeah, I had to be... Oh, God, that's fucking bad. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Gage. Yeah, sorry, Gage. I hope you get better soon, dude. Sure you'll get better. It's just like, yeah, like what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, like people say like, oh, California's so beautiful, Oregon's so beautiful. It's like, guys, if you want something, I mean, Massachusetts is expensive, but at least it's affordable. Okay, it's more affordable than other places. It's like it's expensive, yeah, but you at least can get by. It's not like New York or California where it's like you're fucking spending thousands of dollars on rent. Like I'm paying $800 for me, and Steven's paying $800, which isn't bad compared to those places. I don't even know how people can fucking do it. If you want to stay, it's like, guys, we got all the same shit. Oh, Oregon's got beautiful scenery. Yeah, so doesn't Massachusetts. Most of us are just nothing but woods. It's mostly just the same thing. The only difference is it's on one side of the country over the other. It's like we got all the same shit. It's like, yeah, some of the wooded areas are more spread out, but, or water country is north of us, and, we got all these universities. It might be a little spread out, but you can fucking get there pretty easily. I'd rather just drive a little bit of ways, which I don't mind. It's whatever, Has made it clear he doesn't know jack about Trump. Yeah, I mean, people are going to make excuses for him no matter what. Some people are. Some people just will kiss his ass no matter what. Which, I mean, I don't care if people like him, but doesn't even know jack shit. No, he probably doesn't. Amos E. got 6 years in prison and could face terminate. Yeah. I'm glad. Good riddance. He's another fucking idiot. One of my best friends thinks Trump is a straight ally, even though the majority of his supporters are not, yet somehow he thinks they don't know a lot about Trump. Then again, my friend, he made it abundantly clear he doesn't know jack about Trump. He doesn't know jack shit about Trump. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's your friend and whatnot, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Trump, if Trump is such a fucking ally, why would he put fucking homophobes in his cabinet like Mike Pence and Mike Pompeo and all these other scumbags? He claims to be, but he's not, okay? He might claim to be, but he really isn't. I don't think Trump himself cares, but he's not this fucking, no. Trump is a traitor. Yeah, he is. He's a fucking moron. In fucking 4 years, he's like, in just 4 years, he just completely destroyed this country. Fucking destroyed our country and our reputation in the world, and obviously it's better now that motherfucker's not in office. Yeah, he is a fucking traitor. Then fucking inciting the insurrection and the fucking gassing protesters, saying we're gonna send the military to go fucking quell protests, which is not even the decision of the federal government. That's for the fucking states to do. And obviously there were a lot of BLM protests getting out of hand, but obviously he was stepping overreach. He was doing government overreach. It's like, dude, you're fucking shitting on the Constitution. You're a fucking tyrant and an authoritarian. You're a fucking wannabe authoritarian in the making. Do you like Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Yeah, they're pretty good. I watched them years ago. Like, haven't seen them in years, though. But yeah, no, it's just like, no, he's a. I don't even know, honestly. He he fucking shat on our democratic institutions and just made a fucking ass of himself on the world stage. He's a fucking piece of shit. Like, it took him just fucking 4 years to completely destroy this country. And now fucking Ron DeSantis, who's another absolute fucking asshole, he's sending fucking Florida police over to the fucking Texas border because he claims Biden's not doing enough for the border and shit. It's like what the, like, you guys are fucking jokes. That's what I'm fucking scared of. Like, that this, I mean, people think this fucking Trump shit's funny, but it's getting scary. It's getting real fucking scary. Like, if that guy gets in office again, like, this country is so fucking screwed. Like if Trump gets in again, this country is so fucking screwed. Like, this guy will fuck up our country worse than it's ever been. He already fucking destroyed our country in 4 years. We can't survive another 4 years of that fucking motherfucker. I mean, look at what happened. He tried to incite an insurrection on the Capitol Hill after getting defeated, and then what does he do? So you really think if he comes back eventually, do you really think that he's going to come back, oh, fucking look at me, I'm back, I'm going to do things better? No, he's going to fucking do what he really wants to do and make it worse. He would just make it absolutely worse for this country. He would fucking absolutely, our country would never be the same again after another 4 years of him. What would happen if Bolsonaro to get elected again? I'm a libertarian. I despise Bolsonaro. I probably would fucking... I think Brazil, same thing with our country. If Bolsonaro gets in Brazil again, he'll fucking destroy that country too. He would fucking destroy them too. Brazil would never be the same again either. They'll end up like another fucking dictatorship. Because that's where Brazil is heading. And that's where our country's fucking heading with some of these morons. Biden's selling our oil to other countries and is raising gas prices. Yeah, but Biden's a fucking idiot too. Fucking gas is like $3 a fucking gallon half the time, and it's ridiculous. Bolsonaro probably turned Brazil into an imperial empire like the Nazis. Yeah, Bolsonaro is like a fucking Nazi. What about Putin? I fucking hate Putin too. I don't like Putin either. He's a fucking scumbag too. He's another scumbag that Russia's not going to be able to recover from. I mean, Putin's not a good guy either. He's obviously a bad guy. He's a fucking homophobe. Look at the fucking anti-gay laws that he passed. And then he was out there destroying Western food in a tit-for-tat criticism. And like, he was literally destroying perfectly good food because he put food sanctions on the West when the West basically was sanctioning him over Ukraine, which I don't agree with because I don't believe in sanctions because it's counterproductive. And then Putin turns around and destroys Western food, like, oh yeah, I'm going to go destroy this Western food and whatnot, and like, because I'm going to sanction the West. It's like, dude, you're not proving the West wrong by doing that. You're making yourself out to be like just an authoritarian shitbag. Like, you're destroying perfectly good food in your country and in the world when people are fucking starving. Like, you're a scumbag. You're a fucking scumbag. There's thousands of millions of people in this world that are starving, and you're going to do that? That was back in like 2015, but no. No, Putin's a scumbag. He's a homophobe, and he's a bigot too, so... And he's obviously a dictator, so I don't like him either. What would Bolsonaro actually want to declare war on the world and conquer it if he got reelected? I don't even know. I don't know. Probably. I think Trump would do the same thing. I think him and Bolsonaro would. I think they would turn both this country and Brazil, respectively, into fucking authoritarian empires. I don't know. I don't know what he would do, and it wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. I'll tell you that right now. Wouldn't be good. That's pretty much what happens when you're just living under the rock, listening to Trump apologists, white knights, or both. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I do. I mean, there's a lot of people that will just fucking defend him no matter what. some people I know that I'm friends with that like him too, and they make these fucking excuses. Like one of my best friends the other day was like, "Yeah, we need Trump back in office. He's a business." It's like, no, we fucking don't. No, we don't. That guy should never be allowed to hold public office in this country ever again. We desperately need leadership in this country. Never get it back. Both parties of government suck. Yeah, they do. It's not going to be good. Bolsonaro, Trump, Biden, Putin are the only examples they keep picking the wrong people. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we do need new leadership. And you know what else? I'm also getting sick of the fucking love Trump's hate expression. I don't know. It's just super fucking lame. It's just like people have reused that expression more and more and more day by day. I'm just like, I'm fucking over it. I'm fucking over it, honestly. It's just like, if you want to say fucking Trump's a bigot, just say Trump is a bigot. Because he is a fucking bigot. Trump should be locked up for what happened to the Capitol. Yeah, he should. He should be in fucking prison. He should be in the fucking Supermax for what he did. And a lot of his fucking idiots, the fucking idiots that he incited are going to fucking prison too. Which is good. More and more of them are going to jail, and that's good. They belong in fucking prison. Trump should be in fucking prison too. They should fucking revoke his political rights for the rest of his fucking life. He probably won't even run again because he probably will, but I don't know if he probably will never win. But who knows, you know? He'll probably win again, and then he'll fucking absolutely destroy this fucking country. This country is done for. Our democracy will be jeopardized. People think, oh, Trump's just an idiot, he's funny, whatever. Like, it's just getting scary. It's getting real bad. And if he gets in again, it's going to be worse than ever. The next 4 years of him is going to be worse than the previous ones. It's going to get real fucking bad. Have you heard Chris Chan has so far written 12 letters from prison, hoping he'll plead innocent and get out? Yeah, I heard that. He's another piece of shit. Thoughts on Jussie Smollett and this fake hate crimes? I don't know that much about that. I never liked Trump, neither did my mom. Well, I can understand that. I mean, you guys are from Canada, and look at the way fucking Trump was treating Canada as our ally. Literally fucking starting a trade war with fucking Canada and the European Union and all that, but he's over there going fucking kissing the ass of Putin and the fucking Saudis and Bolsonaro and these other scumbags. It's just like, dude, Trump was completely destroying this country and the world and our world reputation, our global reputation. If he gets in again, this country will not recover. Probably by that time, he'll probably be fucking dead or in a fucking wheelchair by then. Hopefully. Hopefully he'll be in fucking prison. He's got lawsuits up to his eyeballs. Let's hope he goes to fucking prison. But yeah, the fucking, but all these fucking, love Trump's hate, these expressions they're just getting old. They're getting lame. Not into politics too much, especially you're not allowed to have an opinion. Yeah, you're not, but and a lot of times you're not. But a lot of times you're not, because one side over the other, it's no good. But I'm just saying this, I'm just answering you guys' questions and whatnot. Chris Cuomo's been fired, but yeah, I heard about that. I'm gonna talk about that at some point. At some point later this week. Yeah, I'm just getting sick of it. Yeah, and I fucking hate telemarketer calls because fucking telemarketer calls are just getting ridiculous. I had a fucking telemarketer call the other day from a pest control place calling up saying, hey, we'll exterminate these bugs and all the fucking pest control at little to no cost or something like that. I'm just like, oh yeah, call back. How about you call me back in March or April when the bugs come back out? And then slam the fucking phone. It's like, come on now. It's like 30, 40 degrees out half the time. There's not even any fucking bugs out anymore. It's like the middle of almost the fucking winter. There's not even any bugs out. The grass is practically dead. There's not even any leaves on the trees at this point. There's no fucking bugs. There's no bugs around. There's no bugs. There's no trees. Well, not no trees. There's no nothing. You know? Call back in the fucking spring when all the bugs come back out. And any Silent Rob fans in here are in here. Yeah, that was because Rob had that same issue when these people were knocking on his door about the same pest control thing. It just like saying that, and Rob was like telling him, "What the fuck? It's not even. It's the winter. There's no bugs out. What are you talking about, people? Get the fuck out of here." Yeah, there's not. I've had scam calls practically everything. Yeah, me too. Scam calls are just getting ridiculous. Scam calls are just getting absolutely ridiculous. Oh, my nose is so fucking itchy. It's just ridiculous. There's just so many fucking scam calls out nowadays. It's ridiculous. All right, let's see. 93 and a 70 on East Island Highway. Hefty fine and misdemeanor court summons will follow. Published on 19 October 2021. This is when I wrote this story. All right, you guys ready for story time? Any guys got any questions before I get my story face on and I read some stories? Read some short stories? Yeah, scammer, congrats. You want to take it to free hang up. Yeah, that's what I do. I actually have the do not call registry, do not call thing on my phone. It takes away like, and you know what the worst part of it is? This was a call at fucking work. Yeah, I got the linkage. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just like it's like they're calling my fucking work, because it's where I work. I work in the main office, so it's the main office. So it's the office phone basically. It's the number to call that shelter in particular. What do you think about Disney and Sony trying to get the rights to Spider-Man despite he was originally created by Marvel? I think it's just another example of Disney and Sony just trying to take over. Just one giant company trying to take over the other. I think that's what it all comes down to. Just more fucking greedy corporations. What's it about? Is it about that one person? What's going on, Gage? Who's he threatening? Is he threatening you, or like what's he saying? Is he threatening you, or who's he threatening? What would be the laws for scammers in the Pogo Islands? Oh, it would be pretty strict. Serious penalties for fraud and all that, so. Oh, he's just, oh, yeah. Oh. Of course. He's done that before. It's just another ridiculous thing. Alright, I just want to look at that. I'm threatening me doing something worse. Good Lord. Well, I don't know. It's just a lot of shitty people out there, I'm telling you. Oh, that's what he's doing? Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. I do the same thing if anyone ever threatens Steven or ever hurts Steven in any way. Yeah, anybody that hurts Steven or hurts anyone I care about, like, I swear, like, you're fucking gonna sign your death warrant. Just gotta be careful on the fucking internet. Not saying you're not. I'm not saying Gage isn't or any of you guys are. I'm just saying you got to be careful. That's why you got to be so careful. Why you never say where you live on the air. Never say anything. Just got to be careful with what you say. Certain things. The internet's not a good place a lot of the time. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Sorry you're going through that, dude. You don't. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, but oh yeah, I would. But he has nothing on any of us. I don't care. All he does is just empty fucking threats. Remember the flaming philosopher, man? He's one big jig. Yeah, he fucking is. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He just fucking disappeared after a while. A lot of people seem to be suspicious and not want to associate with. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. You gotta save yourself the disaster. If anyone doesn't even look right to you, or they appear to be weird or suspicious, you need to fucking block them. So that way they can't do anything. That's why you gotta be so careful. All right. Anyone have anything else before I read before I read the stories? Hang on. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Here's the title of the story. UTC plus 500 time offset is the time of like West India, because it's west of India, so that's the same time zone the Pogo Islands would be in. So yep, 93 and a 70. East Island police tells a woman caught going 93 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone that you were driving up on me in my lane like the magic school bus. East Island police officer tells the lady last night on Inner Island Highway 94 on October 18th, 2021 at around 9:30 p.m. Pagosian Eastern Time, UTC plus 500 time offset, who was caught driving 93 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone and later summoned to court for it. She was arrested via a summons for her speed, driving in excess of 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, and for having at least one prior infraction within a 6-month period. Turns out this lady already had a prior speeding ticket on the East Island 5 months prior for driving 77 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. She argued, quote, "I am a soccer mom, and I would never speed given how I am a mother and I want to be a good example for her kids, just for my kids, despite her prior record. You know full well you were speeding. You weren't going with the flow of traffic. You were passing the flow of traffic like a rocket ship," East Island officer Wellesley Dawson told 36-year-old Ashley Baker on the outskirts of Island Way Highway 94 outside of Ashland City. "I was doing radar detection, and everyone in this zone was going either 70, 75, and you were coming up in my lane like the magic school bus, flying up past me and other cars, and I hit my radar and I clocked you at 93 miles per hour, he retorted. She couldn't even give an explanation for her speed. "Once you looked over and saw me and knew it was me, you slowed down from 93 all the way down to 75. So at that moment, you knew you were going way too fast. If you saw my police vehicle and you were going within the speed limit or within a tolerable threshold like 5 or 10 over, and you knew I wasn't going to pull you over, you wouldn't slow all the way down all of a sudden unless something was in front of you, which there wasn't. That's not something an innocent party does," he argued. "You know full well you were going faster than every single other person in this area." She also contested her speedometer was broken. But even if that was true, number one, it would be illegal for her to operate with a faulty speedometer, but it given her a warning in order to fix it, because he was charging her criminally with the speeding, with criminal speeding driving, and as a result could not fine her civilly, considering how she's given a summons to come to court. There can't be a civil infraction when there's a criminal investigation. Even if her speedometer was stuck at 65, 70, she had to have known based on her speed alone she was going faster than everyone else around her. Again, no good excuse. She was given a misdemeanor court attendance summons to appear on 10/28/2021 to answer for her speeding offense and for her prior speeding ticket. She argued she was attending a funeral that day, but her only option was to call the court within a 48-hour period of the original date, and the regional clerk would have to alter it. But the East Island officer told her she would be able to take care of it and be able to change it with no problem, as long as she did it in a timely fashion. If you must change the court date, then you can reappear on 4 November, he told her. I can't just pay it online, she asked, and was hit with an abrupt no. And was basically told the court summons was basically her warning, and she'd be arrested by a warrant if she doesn't make the appearance within that time frame. For the speed that you are traveling, driving over 90 miles per hour and over 20 miles an hour above the speed limit, you're lucky that I'm not arresting you and taking you to prison, impounding your vehicle, and confiscating your license at the roadside for operating to endanger. So this is essentially your warning. You must appear on that day. If you can't, I guarantee you they'll change the court date for you, provided you do it within a 48-hour period prior to the original date. Turns out the quote-unquote soccer mom wasn't so lucky. But she was lucky she wasn't arrested, her vehicle impounded, and her license immediately suspended for criminal driving to endanger. She was luckily released at the scene and summoned on 10/28, but it is unknown to this day as to what penalty that she got. If she changes the court date, and if she did change the court date and it was successful, she'll appear at the Dalton Eastern Regional Court on 11/4/2021 and is to answer for her 93 and a 70 infraction and her prior speeding ticket. If convicted in court, she could face a fine up to 480 Pagosian dollars, approximately 306 US dollars, and another 4 points on her license, bringing her license to a total of 8 points. On the East Island, receiving 10 detrimental points within a 1-year period can lead to license suspension and a summons to court. 2 or more speeding infractions in a 1-year period can lead to a minimum 250 Pagosian dollar fine, 185 US dollars, plus a mandatory court summons and appearance. Her insurance is likely to skyrocket and to go sky high, and even more so with it for the next decade or so, if longer. East Island Police Force was today's source. So that's a little story for all of you. How far in the stories have you gotten? Well, I wrote a few of the other ones. I wrote a few of those. I got a couple other ones. So those were some of those. Your thoughts on that debate you had with Ban All Dogs? That guy's a fucking idiot. Guy needs serious help. Making stupid fucking arguments about why we need to ban dogs. It's just crazy. Magic school bus means seatbelts, everyone. Yeah, but this lady was going like the magic school bus. She was going fucking 93 miles an hour in a 70. That's 23 over the limit. Most places you would probably get criminally summoned. So that's actually not out of the realm of possibility in most places. So, as a matter of fact, yeah. She was in for a world of hurt. I don't know how much, I've got a few other stories too. Some of them are a lot longer, but probably gonna stream for another maybe 10 more minutes. And then I gotta go pick up Steven. Actually, I'm gonna turn the ringer on my phone. I'm gonna turn it on. So that way in case Steven calls or if he texts me, at least I'll know about it, not be distracted by the stream. Or well, distracted by the stream, I mean like at least if I have it I'll get it rather than a vibrate and I miss it. At least I'll have the text tone on. So I just have to do that in case he calls. So it was everyone's weekend. Everyone's had a good weekend and everything. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Do you join people's streams sometimes? Yeah, I join a lot of people's streams. One of my good friends on this website, I also join Silent Rob, Face Destroyer Inc. I join his streams a lot whenever I can. I join Gage's streams a lot, Kaz's streams a lot. Streams are cool. I like being in other people's streams. Also being a mod when I can block the fucking trolls being stupid. Oh yeah, you do stream. Yeah, I was in yours and Shadow Ferret's stream as well, which was cool. Hope Shadow Ferret's doing well. Yeah, your streams are pretty cool, dude. Yes, that's some short stories. And then for the Turquoise Island posted some, actually we posted rather, story about, well, it's more like rules and regulations. 20 over the speed limit is driving to endanger on the Turquoise Island. The Turquoise Island has been labeled the strictest island on speeding. The island where the speed limit is the most vigorously enforced and is the most, and has some of the highest speeding tickets. Speeding fines range from $115 to $530 on the high end. Ranges from $115 on the low end to $530 low end, 115 on the low end, 530 on the high end. And then there's a $115 to $175 fine if you travel within or below the speed limit, but you're still too fast given the circumstances and therefore excessive speed given the circumstances due to the road, weather, traffic, or visibility conditions. That would mean that you are driving too fast for the prevailing weather or visibility or other conditions requiring slower speed at the time. That would mean that you're driving the speed limit in heavy rain, fog, or a thunderstorm. So, because the speed limit has to be, you have to reduce your speed in less than ideal conditions. And on the Pogo Islands, if you don't, you can get a ticket. You can be pulled over and fined. How's things going with you? Things are going pretty good. I'm probably streaming for about 10 more minutes or so. Wonder if I believe in Bigfoot. I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, you got a cold too? Yeah, a lot of people have colds. I've been having a lot of vertigo lately. I've been having some vertigo episodes. One of my best friends had a bad migraine. We're just getting sick left and right nowadays. It's not even COVID related, but of course the media will say everything is COVID. They just want to project. So yeah, on the Turquoise Island, 20 over is considered reckless. It's called driving to endanger by speed. And because the maximum speed limit is 65, that would mean that 85 miles an hour or above is by default driving to endanger in any location on the Turquoise Island, regardless of the speed limit. And if you travel 20 miles per hour or more above the speed limit, but less than 85, you will not be subject to roadside sanctions by the police, including vehicle impoundment. But you will, however, face a mandatory court appearance that will be followed by a charge of driving to endanger, which can result in a fine ranging from a minimum of $750 to $3,750 maximum, and a maximum of a year in prison, and a mandatory minimum 30-day license suspension. And that suspension increases. But if you travel 20 miles an hour or more above the speed limit, and you're greater than 85, or in excess of 85, both your license and motor vehicle will be confiscated and seized by the Turquoise Island police for 30 days. Means you will be suspended immediately at the roadside for 1 month when traveling 20 miles an hour or more above the speed limit while traveling at or greater than 85 miles per hour. Both your vehicle, it means the police will stop you and they will take away your license and confiscate your vehicle for 30 days at the roadside. And then you go to court in 30 days. You must appear in court within 30 days and apply for a new license to get your license reinstated and pay the court to get your vehicle out of impound. And then you have to pay the court the license reinstatement fee and the towing and storage fees to get your vehicle out of impound and your license reinstated, which can all be a costly and stressful experience. And the faster you drive over the speed limit, especially 20 miles an hour or more, you're subject to roadside sanctions, including hefty suspensions. Harsh law. Yeah, because that's actually what I believe in. I don't think that's illogical. I really don't. I don't think that's illogical. I really don't. Because if you're traveling that fast, you're getting into reckless territory. Because I'm not going to wait until you get up to, and by the way, I think you should, because who's to say that if you leave that person's not going to go out and do it again? So no, what we should do is we should administratively confiscate their vehicle. And by the way, Queen, you're from Canada. They do this in Canada too, actually. And where Queen lives, they actually do this in Canada too. They do this at least in certain many Canadian provinces. Australia, New Zealand, a lot of places do this for serious speeding. I'm not trying to sound aggressive or anything, but I'm just saying they actually do that there. Because I don't think it's illogical. I really don't. They're a continuing threat to society. Like, they're gonna, like, I'd rather confiscate your vehicle and your license, and then you go with the tow truck and you are released to a court summons. Or just arrest you, depending on how much of a danger you are. That's what I'll do. Because I would. And that's the law. That's what I think should do. Canada has different stuff than the U.S. does. Yeah, I can understand that. Most of it good. But yeah, no, I don't think, if you're traveling that fast, you deserve to have your license taken away. Because you should not be on the road traveling that fast. There's no, if you're that much of a reckless driver by speeding that fast, like, I think, where should I draw the line on what speed should be criminal? I'd start with 85. 85. Get any faster than that, I'd say it's time to start pulling people's licenses. Like, 15 over is a speeding ticket. 10, 15 over is a speeding ticket. 20 over above I would start pulling people's licenses. Hell, I'd argue I'd start pulling people's licenses at 12 to 15 over if your speed was both greater than 40 or 55 and you're traveling 12 to 15 over the speed limit. And actually, because the Navy Island does that. So yeah, no. So no, because the faster you go, the more of a chance you're going to get into an accident and the more deadly that accident's going to be. So no, at those speeds, there's no gain and there's no worth to keeping someone like that on the road. Someone like that on the road does not deserve to be kept around. I know that seems harsh, but it's how it should be. Should do it. You should start doing it. And then I have another law for the Turquoise Island. Turquoise Island, your license and a motor vehicle will be suspended and confiscated at the roadside for a mandatory minimum period of 3 months if you're traveling 25 miles per hour or more above the speed limit. And then that suspension and impoundment extends and doubles by an additional 3 months for every 5 miles per hour or more in excess of 25 over. So 30 over the speed limit would be a 6-month suspension. 35 over would be a 9-month suspension, and so on and so forth. And then you will have the opportunity to have a limited driver's license or early release of your motor vehicle if you're 20 over the limit or above, but less than 30 over. So 20 to 29 over, there might be limited driving privileges for you, like a restricted or occupational license, depending on the circumstances. But for speeding 30 miles an hour or more above the speed limit, the suspension and impoundment is mandatory, and you will serve out the entirety of that suspension and will not be eligible for limited driving privileges or early compassionate release of the vehicle for the entire duration of that suspension. And then if you travel 40 miles an hour or more above the speed limit, or 100 miles an hour or more, then your license is automatically revoked and confiscated at the roadside for 2 years. And then you will have to reapply for a new license altogether. 15 to 19 over, they send you a letter in the mail, a warning letter stating that you are in reckless territory, you need to slow down, you go any faster than this, we will suspend your license. 20 over the limit, you're suspended for 1 month. And if you travel 25 over, you're suspended at the roadside for 3 months, which will be extended by an additional 3 months for every 5 miles an hour in excess of 25 over. You'll have limited driving privileges, but during the first 1 month of that suspension, you're not eligible for it. And that suspension will be for 3 months. And for 30 over or above the speed limit, suspension and impoundment is mandatory, and there's no limited driving privileges or early release of the vehicle during that time. So 6 months suspension for 30 over the limit or above. 40 over the limit or 100 miles an hour on the highway is a 2-year license revocation. And then you'll have to reapply for a new license altogether, and you'll have to meet all sorts of criteria to prove that you are no longer a threat to the road, and then you'll have a 2-year license revocation. And then your vehicle will be forfeited and sold off to auction and sold off by the island for the purposes of display. And this is what I think should be done, people. I think this is what should be done. And then, if you speed in a work zone or a school zone, you will have an additional fine of a mandatory minimum of $100 added to the original base fine. Meaning a mandatory minimum $100 surcharge in addition to any other base fine for work zone speeding or school zone speeding. For any moving violation. That's the turquoise island. Need to provide strict penalties. Speeding, and you're putting people's lives at risk. Speeding, reckless, aggressive, there's no reason for it. I agree, take your license if you're going 10 over to 15. I'd say 15 over, 15 over, you're starting to get into reckless territory. I'd send you a bill in the mail, not a bill in the mail, but like a letter in the mail saying, hey, you need to slow down, you're going faster than this, we're going to take away your license. What do you want for Christmas? I got a few things I want for Christmas. I definitely want a new car for Christmas, that's for sure. But no, people, it's just, people just drive too fucking fast. This is why there's just so many accidents every day. People lose control of their vehicles. People drive too fast for the weather conditions. People just do stupid shit. And these laws, I think, should be in place, because I think if these laws were in place in other parts of the world, because these laws are based on my opinion. They're based on how it would be if it was up to me. And this is how it would be if it was up to me. If it was up to me, people wouldn't be getting away with shit. Because this is an area where I'm conservative. On just about everything else, I'm liberal. But on criminal punishment, the justice system, tough on crime, I'm conservative. That's why I say I'm center-left. And this is one thing I'm conservative on. 51% liberal, 49% conservative. And this is what I'm 49% conservative on. So, yeah. So I'm going to end the stream in about 5 minutes. Anybody else have any questions? Anything they'd like to ask me at all? Anything? It's been an awesome stream. Glad you guys got to catch up. This was a really cool stream. I'm glad I got to do this. Christmas on Spolton and go cards. Well, that's cool. Some guy asking if you believe in UFOs, and we're discussing the paranormal tomorrow. I mean, some things about the paranormal I can see. I can see the argument about it. The argument about it. I can understand it. I can understand why people feel that way, but I'm not so sure. I learned about UFOs because of my life as a teenage robot, unlicensed flying object. when was it Brad or Tuck that took the fucking spaceship? I forget. I don't remember that episode. And then the aliens came down, and it turns out they were fucking pissed and saying, and he was getting the fly swatter, and then the female alien was like saying, put that thing down, honestly, you were that fly swatter of death. And then he was like, first bit of fun I have all year, and she's got to ruin it. And then she goes, let's go! I want to be at Ron Ulef by 5 to catch my stories. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, My Life as a Teenage Robot was one of my favorite shows growing up. That show was hilarious. That was a really funny show. That show was hilarious. It's back when Nickelodeon was actually good. Yeah, My Life as a Teenage Robot kicked ass. It's one of my favorite shows growing up. It's fucking hilarious. Also, like The Boy Who Cried Robot. That episode was pretty funny, too. What about regular show? It's alright. Haven't really seen it. I watched it a little bit. Love Steven Universe, though. Who's this person? Vask. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's one of those fucking bots. I don't care. Steven Universe is fucking awesome. Steven Universe is a fucking awesome show. I like Adventure Time. Adventure Time's pretty good. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network. Favorite shows on there was Ed, Edd and Eddy, Mike, Lou, and Og, and Codename Kids Next Door. Those are my 3 favorite Cartoon Network shows. Yeah, Mike, Lou, and Og didn't last that long, which was kind of a shame. That show was pretty funny. Og was like my spirit animal. He was like a smart, like little genius. He was like my spirit animal. I don't know if anyone's ever saw that show before, but I thought it was pretty funny. Ed, Edd and Eddy is my shit. Sometimes I'll think someone's there. Have you seen any Spider-Man cartoons? A little bit here and there. They're pretty good. All right, I'm going to end it in a couple minutes. Anyone else have anything they'd like to ask? Fairly Odd Parents was good up until, like... See, some of the Poof episodes were pretty funny, like the For Emergencies Only episode was pretty good. The Odd Squad episode was pretty funny. I thought the Fairly Odd Baby movie was pretty good. But then after that, after like 2009, 2010, it got fucking shitty. I think they should have ended it like that year. Then they kept it going until like a few years ago, and it just got bad. I don't know, it just got really just boring and plain and just same shit over and over again, more childish. It's just like how SpongeBob turned out. SpongeBob was alright up until like 2009, 2010, and then it just got fucking stale and just childish and just not good anymore. That's why a lot of my shows that I used to love back in the day, I'm kind of glad they're not on anymore, because then they would have ran into the fucking ground. Like if they kept like Ed, Edd and Eddy going, or if they kept Rocko's Modern Life going, or My Life as a Teenage Robot going, it would have just turned into shit. So some shows just have to end after a while. What's up, Lulu? Sorry, Lulu, I'm probably going to be ending in a few minutes because I got to go pick up my boyfriend. All right, I'll stay on for like maybe 3 or 4 more minutes. Luckily, Steven lives down the... Lives? Why the fuck do I keep saying lived? See, he lives with me, obviously. Duh. I always say that. I always say he lives a certain... Like, no, he lives with me. He's at work. He works like a few minutes. So works like maybe 5-6 minutes from me. And maybe 7 or 8, I don't know. Have you ever watched Invader Zim? Yeah, it was pretty good, but I haven't seen it in years. Haven't watched it in a very long time. If anything. Haven't seen it. New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is also a favorite of mine. Spider-Man is the best cartoon about the wall of Charles. Yeah. I can see that. How you doing, Lulu? Hope you're doing well. Hope Rob streams again soon. I know Rob's been going through some stuff, but I hope he's doing all right. I hope he streams. I know he'll stream again soon. Some people just want to say, hey, Rob died. Rob's not coming back. Like, yes, he is. Rob always comes back. Like, sometimes I don't even get on here and stream for days at a time. Sometimes a long time. Because sometimes we got shit to do, people. When we're adults, we've got shit to do. We stream, we upload when we can, you know? Yeah, removing the dislike thing was fucking stupid. Talking on my back is you're too skinny. So, anyway, anyone else have anything they'd like to ask? I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon. So, all right, I think I'm gonna head off now. So, thank you to everyone who joined. I appreciate it. I'm glad I got to see all of you. I'll be back again soon. I'll probably be back in I'll be back soon. Probably do some more videos, more streaming tomorrow. I'm also just really tired. That's why I'm kind of off a little bit. I'm just tired still. Just those shifts just kick my ass. Like, they're just exhausting. So yeah, have a good night. Thanks, Queen, everyone who showed up. I appreciate everybody in here. You guys are awesome. I'll stream again soon. I'm glad you all got to tune in. Have a good night. Be safe, be well. Have a nice day or night. See you all in the next stream, next video, next premiere. More stuff on the way, more content. Stay tuned to find out more videos on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for joining the stream. Thank you all for being here. Till next time, so long for now. Bye for now. Peace out and have a good one, everybody. See y'all later.